Hello, everyone. I am Sean, and welcome once again to Sean's Horror Corner. This time we're going live, so thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate anybody that tunes in. Feel free to comment, chat. I'll try to keep up with that as much as I can. But tonight, I'm super excited to have a couple of new guests on. I have Mikey Bones and Cass Lovecraft from Slasher Radio. Thank you both so much for coming.
Hello, Sean. How are you?
Damn, there's
my buddy Sean.
Yeah, I really don't understand, Mikey. I want to welcome everybody to what this really is. This is the official roast of Mikey Bones, is what we do.
I love it. I'm here for it.
When is it not? Is the thing though. When is it not?
That's true. That's true.
And Brendan's already chiming in, I saw. So thank you, Brendan.
Better behave himself.
No, Brendan's good. So yeah, I really do appreciate you guys coming on. I found out about Slasher Radio through Rob. He's the one that, I heard talking about it, and so I started. Now Rob says that he'll start the show.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, unfortunate that you had your first impression of this from Rob.
And where are my balls? Hey, Rob.
Honestly.
Hey,
there we go. That's awesome. So yeah, I started listening, and yeah, Rob cracks me up. I just think he's so funny. I don't believe everything he says, but he's funny. So it's always good to listen to him. Cass is amazing. I think everybody loves Cass. And then we have Mikey. Mikey, gabagool, sir.
What? Brendan, get him. Get him, Brendan. I need Brendan here to be a mediator, even though he said it last time too. But Brendan, out of everybody, is like the biggest gentleman to me, even though he slips up every now and then. Sean, why'd you have to say that?
Because I thought that's what you liked. I do that for
you. It
you.
is. It's his heritage. He loves it.
Exactly. Yes.
You are attacking me for my culture, and I don't appreciate it. It's going on long enough.
No. I even gave you a shirt idea in your Discord. Y'all were talking about shirts for Cass. I came up with one for you. I don't know.
Yeah, great.
We're backed up with the development of shirts right now. We're currently working on a big project. I don't want to go too much into it, Cass. I know you're very excited about that, but we're backed up on shirts right now.
I hate you, Mikey.
Fair enough. Yeah, I just don't understand why you won't give her the credit card.
I'm still waiting. There's a backlog, and it's growing, and people are starting to get angry, and it's just blame Mikey. I don't have the company card yet.
I say it all the time. These two, meaning Cass and Rob, are well aware. The company card is past due and maxed out. All right. It's showing up on credit reports. Okay.
Damn. That's not good.
Yeah, that's where we're at. They're well aware.
Awesome. Want to also thank real quick Ryan for moderating for me. Ryan's the best there is. He helps me out every time I do go live. So Ryan, thank you so much for helping. Looks like we have Godzilla.
Oh.
Rob's favorite.
We're going to go.
Hell of a deal. I love Godzilla.
Yeah, I saw it a while ago. Now I can't find it, but he's out there somewhere.
Hi, Godzilla.
Did Rob kidnap him? We gotta check. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. I've never talked to Godzilla. I just hear Rob's opinion of Godzilla.
Rob's opinion is always wrong. Always.
Fair. I mean, it's not as bad as somebody else that was recently on your show. Yeah, this Greg. Think about this Greg guy.
I could not imagine who you're talking about.
No comment. All right, fair enough.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, he's
well,
great.
Mikey even left on that. There we go. Rob said Godzilla sucks.
He just loves them. They're best friends secretly.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I think so.
Watch like Godzilla is like actually Rob's kid. Just like secret kid from another woman. From another MILF that Rob sleeps with.
That would be awesome.
Rob do be pulling in the MILFs. He loves the mamas.
That's what I keep hearing. Yeah, and he seems really overwhelmed that that's what he's known for.
Look, if I ever got to a point in my life where I just had too many moms up on me, oh, poor me. Shoot me then, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this first. So anytime I have somebody on my channel for the first time, I always ask them what got them into horror. Was it a particular movie? Was it, an entire franchise? Was it family? And so we're going to do ladies first. So we'll start with Mikey.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I love this. I love the roast of Mikey. This is great. Good
I am a
entertainment.
guest here. All right.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, I remember being a guest on your channel a while back, and you were talking about banning me. That's not how you treat a guest either.
Don't worry, you get unbanned from me instantly. It's
I
fine.
talk about that even
Thank
when
you,
you're not
Cass.
around, Sean.
Appreciate
It's
that.
not just when you're
It's not just then. All right,
Yeah.
fair enough. No, we're gonna start with Cass. Cass, what got you into horror?
Oh God. I watched The Exorcist when I was, I think, 6 years old. And when I saw that, I was just like hooked on the makeup. And that is what kind of basically makeup led me into really liking horror at a very young age. And I initially wanted to go to school for like crime scene photography and like
Okay.
all that weird shit. But it was too much books for my liking, so I ended up going the route of makeup because I just really liked blood and guts and gore. And then yeah, started really down the path of like more horror movies and horror movies based off of different makeup artists that I grown to love. And then here we are years later doing this show with this annoying guy and Rob.
I was gonna say, don't talk about Rob like that. It's not nice.
Damn. Poor Rob. He's not even here to defend himself.
No, it's
Rob,
fine.
he's right here.
Got my mouth.
He's right here.
Mikey, what about you? What got you into horror, sir?
My parents, well, more so my mom was into horror. My grandmother is big into horror. And when I was younger, like I'm talking, boy, I don't even know what age, but like young, I was terrified of the Crypt Keeper. And my mom would always watch Tales from the Crypt. And like, it was a tactic to get me to listen. Like, I'll tell the Crypt Keeper. And I'd be like, oh shit. And I'd act right real quick. And Rob's going to roll his eyes because I tell this story fairly often. But what got me into horror was one night I would, like every kid, right? Especially back in the 90s, we would sneak out of bed when we're supposed to be in bed. And I would sneak out of bed and me and my sister would play, because our rooms are right next to each other. We would play this game. I hate him so much. We would play this game where we would sneak around like the house and see how far we could get and come back. And then the other one would have to go a little further. So one night my mom was in the living room and she was watching The Leprechaun. And we had this like L-shaped sectional. So I crawled over to the side of the living room and it was the side of the sectional where she couldn't see me, but I could see the TV. So I'm just laying on the floor and I'm just getting caught in this movie, man. And I'm like, whoa, this is freaking awesome. And then the kid in the movie says, fuck you, Lucky Charms. And I started laughing my ass off. And my mom found that she heard me and I was laying there. I got in trouble and yelled at. But ever since then, it opened that door to me. And then Freddy Krueger and Jason and, you know, the big ones really ushered that in. And it was all from there.
Okay. So is that why you're such a big Leprechaun guy? Because I know you're a huge fan of the Leprechaun stuff.
Probably. That is probably what did it. But I also like, you know, he's funny. He's fun. It's gory. Like it's one of those movies and franchises that really embody the horror genre to me. It's just got everything in it, and I love it.
No, I agree. I actually like Leprechaun as well. I'm a fan of that franchise too. There's some, like a lot of franchises, there is some trash in there, but most of them are pretty entertaining. And I think the Leprechaun's funny as well. Is that your favorite horror franchise? Is Leprechaun?
No.
No? Okay.
I always grew up where like Nightmare on Elm Street. That was it. No other question. It was Nightmare. But about 4 years ago or something like that, Scream really started doing some stuff to me. So I've never been able to decide, holy shit, that's my buddy Biz. What's going on, Biz? Yeah, but it's an up in the air between Nightmare and Scream.
Okay. It's fair. Cass, what about you? Do you have a favorite franchise?
I do love me some Michael Myers, and I do love some Ghostface. It's really a mix up between like Halloween and Scream for me. Scream I watch way more than Halloween, but there's just something about watching the Halloween films during spooky season and the fall leaves outside and stuff. Just like it's such a vibe. So yeah, those are the two for me.
Okay, cool. I don't know why that surprised me a little bit, but cool. So I'm going to ask you guys, I really didn't plan on talking about this on here, but what was your opinions of Scream 7?
Mikey, do you want to go last or first?
Whatever you want, Cass.
I'll start. I hated it. I thought it was a snooze fest. It was boring. It was too predictable. There was no real... there wasn't... Like, the reveal was so lackluster to me.
I agree completely.
You know, Scream 4 was my most hated in the franchise, and now Scream 7 is my most hated in the franchise. Unfortunately, because I went in with low expectations too, because I'm just kind of sick and tired of getting so excited about these movies that come out and they just completely bomb. So I just think everything's gonna suck now whenever they're doing any sort of additional continuation of any story that I like. Yeah, I wasn't a fan at all.
Okay.
But Mikey, I'll let you get into it. How much you love that movie?
Oh boy. And a little bit of context before I get into it. I'm going to try and keep it short because I'll go off about this movie. Like we were just talking about, I love Scream. I love Scream. Rob had a thing where he was saying Nightmare on Elm Street was his favorite I'm sorry, not Nightmare on Elm Street. Friday the 13th was his favorite franchise, and I would tell him like, dude, no, it's not. Like Halloween is your favorite franchise, and he would be like, how you going to tell me? I'm like, because I know. After a long debate, which I think lasted like a year, he finally admitted it. He was like, yeah, it's Halloween. And that's like the running thing where he wants me to admit Scream is my favorite over Nightmare. And I don't know, which is why I haven't confirmed it yet, but that's how much I like Scream. And I've always said Scream does not have a bad movie. Feel how you want to feel about 3. It gets a lot of shit. It's not a bad movie. Like, it's not as good as 1 and 2, but it's not bad. And I truly believe that, and I love being able to say that. And then Scream 7 came along and took a huge shit all over this franchise. And I knew it was going to, man. And everyone was calling me a hater throughout. And I was just like, dude, I get no joy in this. There's zero happiness that I get from talking about a Scream movie being bad. But it was just fan service, and it was like empty fan service. We don't got to go into the Melissa Barrera thing, but everybody knows what happened with that.
Yeah.
They needed to beg fans into the seats, and that's what they did. They pulled the Stu card. Stu is dead. Mm-hmm. I was around in the 90s. I moved those TVs. They're heavy as hell. He's dead. People need to get over it. As much as I love Stu Macher too, he's dead. Like, bringing him back and sacrificing your story and your that reality that Scream was always based in. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be, and it was a terrible movie. And I hate saying that.
That's the thing that annoyed me about it too, is I love Stu, and hearing like Matthew Lillard, absolutely adore him. You know, he's one of the best, one of my favorites. And to hear that he was coming back and how they executed it really upset me. And I'm not really surprised, because I, again, went in with really low expectations. But if you're going to hype up the movie with bringing back Stu Macher, bring him back, like actually bring him back. Don't have some sort of like AI bullshit that they did, you know, like actually bring him back in the flesh. Like having him at the end as a reveal with like him and his sister or something like that as the killers would have been my ideal pick for it. Okay. But it just felt like they hyped it up so much with him coming back, and then just gave us that like a half-ass like, well, here you go. You wanted him back. Here you go. It just didn't fulfill me in the way that I would have preferred it to.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's all fair. I personally do not hate it as much as a lot of people. I don't love it either. And I thought the ending was absolutely terrible. That's the worst ending yet. But I thought 6 had the worst ending until 7 came out. I was not a fan of the ending of 6 either. I agree with you, Mikey, that I don't think there's a bad Scream movie. And I don't think this movie's bad. I just don't think it's as good as the first 4 for sure. I love Neve Campbell. I was just happy she was back. I agree. I don't like what they did with Stu, but Matthew Lillard was still great to see in it. So there were things about the movie that I could enjoy other than the end. So I was fine with it. I can see why people didn't like it. I didn't hate it. Those first 4 are the best in my opinion. So I'm with you, Mikey, on 3. You and I don't agree a lot, but I'm with you. I don't think 3 is terrible.
It's not that. I mean, it's not like, you know, a Mount Rushmore movie or nothing, but it's not that bad. I think it's just compared to the original Scream so much and that drop off. But I mean, you can't like well, I guess there's a couple like Friday the 13th, whatever, but how often does a film, a sequel film, compare to its original? It's super rare.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, that doesn't happen often. About the only one that I can think of maybe would be Nightmare 3.
Yeah.
That one's pretty close, but yeah,
it happens.
It doesn't happen often. So yeah. I kind of want to know a little bit. Let me ask you guys a question first, not to steal your bit, Mikey. I know you don't like that, but one of the things that I always crack up about listening to y'all talk about on Slasher Radio is your drink roll call. So, are you drinking anything we need to know about, Mikey, or not tonight?
Oh shit! You caught me with my pants down. I'm drinking soda.
Damn,
It's not. It's
Let me
not.
guess, you got to talk to me hand and everything then.
Sean. Okay, hold on, Sean. We got to talk. Turn off the live for a minute, Sean.
No, everyone can hear this, Mikey. It's fine.
No, this
What
me.
can I do for you, Mikey?
Earmuffs, Cass. This isn't for you either.
Fuck you, Mikey.
That's strike 2, Sean. What the hell is this? Is this how I want like everybody to see? This is how Sean treats his guests. This right here.
No, it's you.
Apparently.
You said your pants were down. I didn't know what else you'd be doing.
You know what, Sean? For you to make it right, somewhere throughout this live, there should be a Canadian joke somewhere thrown at Cass. I think you should do that.
I don't think so.
I mean, I have some friends that are Canadian. Brendan, Sam. I think Cass is great. I don't really have any Canadian jokes, other than they fucking drink milk out of a bag. Other than
So
that, I'm
weird.
okay.
So weird.
Yeah. See, listen. Let's go see what Rob said. That doesn't help.
Oh god.
Nothing Rob ever says
Let it squirt in my mouth. I don't give a fuck.
is helpful. Ever. Just nothing at all ever.
That is so awesome. All right. Well, I'm sorry. Continue. What are you drinking, Mikey?
I'm just drinking soda. I'm drinking Coca-Cola.
Okay.
That's
Nope.
literally it. Yeah.
That's fair. It's a weeknight. Cass, what about you?
I got bubble tea. I was
Of
out
course
for
you do.
dinner earlier and I grabbed bubble tea on my way home.
Of course. She would have that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the milk in the bubble tea is probably from a bag, Mikey.
Of course.
Yeah, that blows my mind. But other than that, I mean,
Yes, we do.
yeah. And Brendan was
Milk in a
telling me
bag.
one time that sometimes people will keep the bags and then put other stuff in them.
Oh, God.
No, I don't do
No,
that.
You
I
don't do
eat that in the garbage when it's done.
The weirdest part about it is, like, you're going to put the milk in the bag. All right, whatever. Fine. That's what you guys do. But they tell us it's easier. How is it easier than just twisting the top? I'll never understand.
Mikey, just
Yes.
keep questioning it. It's fine.
I'm just saying-
I jokingly said to the guys that for Canada Day, when we record our Patreon episode, I want to mail them Canadian snacks and then have them do a taste test on the show. I should mail Mikey a stale bag of milk
Yeah, I'll go.
somehow, some way.
That's so gross. Just bring it to him when we have the pool party. He can have it.
Yeah, I'll slap him across the face with a bag of milk. That would be the best thing ever.
You guys are not allowed near my pool. None of you.
Damn.
Godzilla's the only one.
LJ would probably piss in it and then leave.
LJ, like LJ wouldn't even intentionally, like LJ would try and be a gentleman, but yeah, like he'd like fart and shit in it or something. Like, just something completely accidental. But he'll do, or like fall and rip the lining, something. He would destroy something.
Ryan has a question for us. I'll let you guys answer first. But are you guys going to go see the new Mummy movie?
Hell yeah.
It doesn't have Brenna Fraser in it, so I'm good. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna go see it. I'll go see it. It looks fine. It's
Did you guys
probably not gonna.
see how many times that Blumhouse tweeted that Brendan Fraser is not in that movie?
I know.
It's hilarious.
It's kind of fun. Well, it's poor timing considering that they just announced that they're doing a new like Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz again. So it's like I could see where people could get confused and then show up to the theater with their kids thinking that they're seeing the Brendan Fraser Mummy 2.0. And then it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
intrigued. I want to see it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It should
I'll
be
see
great.
it. Why not? I think it's on your fantasy pick, right, Mikey?
I think so. I don't remember. I haven't looked at this in a while. But I am a huge fan of Evil Dead Rise. And after seeing what Lee Cronin did with that, like
Yeah.
I'm just in for anything he does. And this one is so different than Evil Dead Rise and even other stuff that he's done. It seems like a challenge. I mean, you know, I don't know what his preferred aesthetics are and all that stuff, but it seems like a challenge, and I want to see how he rises to that, man. No pun intended with Evil Dead Rise, but it should be great.
Yeah.
He shoots stuff so beautiful as well. Like I just love his framing in his films, and I feel like he's gonna do a really good job with this one. Just even because you get that Evil Dead vibe for how he shot obviously that film in the trailer for this. So I'm quite excited. I like those close up pan shots of like just the eyeball and then you have shit going on in the background and it's cool.
Yeah. Cass, what is Rob talking about here? He's waiting on his coffee, Chris?
Oh, it's a chocolate bar that's like coffee flavored. It's kind of like a Kit Kat but coffee. It's very good. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be in the box with the Canadian snacks that they receive.
Got it. Okay. And Mikey, you might want to see that comment.
Biz, you are also not allowed near my pool, especially now.
All right. Mikey, tell me how Slasher Radio started. That's one of the main things I wanted to get into tonight and hear tonight is where did this come from?
I was new to podcasting, and this I think we started in 2017. I think like towards the end, October 1st is like the anniversary of the show. I think it was 2017, but around 2017, I guess late 2016, I started getting into podcasting. But by listening to podcasting is what I mean by that. And it was really like not traditional podcasts, but I would listen to like they had First Take, like I like sports. So they would have a podcast version of First Take or Undisputed or whatever. And I was at work, so I couldn't watch them, so that was a good way for me to listen to the shows at least and catch up on all that while I was at work and whatever. So while I was listening on Apple Podcasts. I was like, wonder if there's any horror podcasts out there. Like this is all new to me. So I looked up a few, and I'm not going to say the name of the one that I found, but it was a Friday the 13th based podcast. And I was listening to it and I was like, because there wasn't too many back then either. And this is one of the ones that I had found. And I was like, man, this is boring as shit. But it was interesting though. Like they talked about a lot of the stuff that their topics were interesting enough, but they were just so boring. And I was like, man, like I could do this. Like I know a good amount about the genre, and I love Friday the 13th. And, I sports and horror, pretty much all I'm into. Like it's really it. So I wrote them an email, and I took out all my DVDs, like all my Friday the 13th, just stacked a bunch of them on the table and took a picture. And I'm like, guys, like I'm really into this stuff, and I think I could bring like an entertaining factor to your show, and like I know my shit too. So, if you like, I'd love to come on, and maybe I could join you guys in doing this. And they told me no. So I was like, all right, well, fuck you guys, I'm gonna go make my own. And I did. And it started with me and my younger cousin, and just sitting in front of a blue snowball microphone. Those things were terrible, by the way. And that's how it started. Me just wanting to join somebody else's and just not, and fuck me, right? Like I don't blame them. Like they don't know me or whatever. Yeah. But just said screw it. I'm gonna just do my own, and I did.
Okay. Very cool. It's funny to me because my channel is still very new and just getting started, and I'm still learning all of this, but it was a similar start for me. I listened to sports podcasts, and I listened to a few true crime podcasts. And one day I just wondered if there was horror out there, because I loved horror movies. And I'm like, surely there's got to be something. And I came across Our Life in Horror when they were just doing the podcast and not the YouTube channel. And so I started listening to them and a couple of others. And I think it was on Twitter. Sam had sent a message out that if anybody wanted to come on the show to reach out to them. And so I reached out, and they had me on. And then I'm like, I don't have the equipment to do a podcast, but I could do YouTube. And so, I just started from there. So a somewhat similar story. Brendan made a comment here, and that's what's going to be my next question for you. How did Rob get involved? Where did Rob come from?
Where did Rob come from? Believe it or not, the show evolved. We went through a few hosts and everything, and we had some. we had a couple of big guests on, but we weren't really like, nobody really knew about us. But my cousin, who I was doing the show with at the time, he had some personal stuff. Him and his fiance were looking to start a business, and he had a kid that was really young, and just too much stuff to go on to really continue to do the show. So I was like, damn, man, what do I do? You know, like, do I just say fuck it? Like, I'm not going to sit here and talk to myself. And we didn't do YouTube. Like, I tried my hardest to not do YouTube because of how much extra work it is. And it is. And I was thinking about just saying, screw it, honestly. And Rob DM'd me. And Rob just was listening to the show for a long time, longer than he interacted with us. I wish he kind of would have just stayed quiet. But eventually...
So nice of you.
Yeah, eventually he started interacting with us. And out of all the things, like my cousin and I, we would, like, our nights consisted of smoking some fun stuff and watching horror movies in our apartment. We had a shitty basement apartment, and that was our night every night, like well before this, like well before any of the show stuff. That's just what we did. And we came across this movie Rubber one night. And we were like, what the hell? A killer tire. So we threw it on. And we were like, it was so bad we turned it off. We were like, God, this movie's awful. And we tried it again a few months, whatever, down the road. And yeah, still awful. Rubber's terrible. And we always just went through life going, how the hell does anybody watch some shit like that? Like, it's absolutely, and that's just how we went through years and years of life. Then we started the show and whatever. And Rob comes along. And I think that could have been the first thing he interacted with us about. I'm not sure, but it was definitely a big talking point between the three of us. He was like, what are you guys talking about? Rubber's great. And we were like, what? Either that or he had just said it on his own. And we were like, we've never heard anyone bring this movie up before. Like, what the hell is going on here? And he was dead ass serious. He loves Rubber somehow. And he came on the show one time, and he always just kind of interacted with us. And when my cousin just got too busy to keep going, he DM'd me and said, hey, like, if you're looking to shut it down, like, I'd be interested in doing it. And he's still here.
Love it.
That's awesome.
It all started with a Rubber.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Rob got in his DMs, and then a Rubber got involved.
Imagine that. Yeah. Yep.
Don't break your dick.
That's good advice. Before I get to the next question about this, I'll let you guys answer this question from Godzilla. What's everyone's favorite horror movie so far from this year?
Ooh.
Mikey's a Scream 7, obviously.
Yeah.
I really did like Send Help. I just watched it a couple of weeks ago, and it was really, really fun. Not your, typical horror movie per se, but it was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably have to say Send Help too. To be fair, I haven't seen The Boner Temple.
I forgot about that one. That one's very good.
I haven't seen Undertone yet. Like, I have high hopes for Undertone. I've been slacking a little bit this year because I've just been so fucking busy. But so I'm a little behind on a couple of things. I did see Whistle though, and I was not a huge fan of Whistle. Like, it was fine.
Yeah, I'd probably say for me, it's The Bone Temple. If you've seen it, the ending is what did it in for me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually going to watch that tonight when we get done here.
Let me know your thoughts on the ending, because it was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay. Very good. So back to the show then. So how did we get Cass? Because like I told you, I didn't start listening. Rob is the one that let me know there was a slasher radio. I started listening, and I'm like, who is this Mikey guy? And Rob's doing his thing. And then there's Cass, and I'm like, oh, I should listen to this. So yeah, I'll still tell you, it's Cass is the reason that I started listening. So how did she get involved in this?
I'm great.
You need better taste, Sean. Is the problem. I think that's the problem.
Fuck you.
Our last host, Kat, who is a very talented author. Everyone needs to go check her out. Kat Voleur, Voleur. I used to say that every week. Very talented author, and she. I can't even remember all. Like, she's done a ton of projects, Revenge Arc, and just a bunch of books that she put out, and she started focusing more on her writing. So we're looking for a new host, and you run into a lot of people just wanting to people who don't bring like true value, and that may sound mean, but I don't mean that in the sense of like, oh, we wanted someone super established, because we're not either,
Right.
But more so just credibility, any type of credentials, and a level of professionalism somewhere along the line, so we did mention that we were looking for a new host, and we had a lot of people that just didn't seem like they were looking to take things in the direction that we were taking them. And Cass has a background with special effects. I know her personally, so I know that she's a horror fan. I know that she knows her shit. And Cass is we're horror gaming fans too, me and Cass. So we see each other around like other people's streams and everything, and she's super supportive of some of our friends and just some streamers that we enjoy. And I was like, I'm interested to see what she would do with like her own platform, so it kind of made sense to give it a go, because it's hard to know someone knows, until you really get to talk to them. And it's just kind of a connection that's hard to force. It's impossible to force, if there's not any type of wavelength going on there, and then you don't know until you know, it's a shitty situation. Right. But I knew Cass was legit. I knew she knew her shit, and she's still here.
It's the nicest thing he's ever said to me.
Until we get a Lithuanian, Sean, then we gotta talk about that.
Goddamn Lithuanian.
Fucking Lithuanian.
And I hate you, Robert.
Yeah, I was gonna let Cass respond to that comment before we move on.
I swear, this man. You know what, Rob? Like what Brennan said, if you have a lot to say, you should have fucking joined.
Yeah, Rob.
And where are my balls?
What'd you get?
So, Cass, that's Mikey's version of it. Not that I'm doubting you, Mikey, but I want to hear Cass's thoughts on when she joined and what was like her motivation for doing so.
Honestly, Mikey and I, we knew all the same people online when it came to gaming and streaming and stuff, and we became pretty close friends. And we had a lot of like really similar interests when it came to like the horror genre. And when things were coming out, we'd be like chatting about it and like really kind of saw eye to eye on a lot of the same shit. And then he asked me if I'd be interested in joining the show, and I'd never done anything like this before on like a public speaking platform of any sort. So like this is all completely new to me, and especially when it comes to doing interviews. But both Mikey and Robin were like really great with just getting me out of my comfort zone of like not wanting to talk to people. I hate talking to people, especially when it comes to interviews. And it's been Greg Nicotero, like I joined and we started doing like a couple interviews, and like one of the first few interviews that we had with me on it was Greg Nicotero, which is like a huge deal for me being a makeup artist and like looking up to him and his work all of these years and stuff. So like it was really, really great to be able to have these experiences and hang out with these guys each week and talk about a genre that I'm so passionate about. And when I first joined the show, I like I said, I knew Mikey pretty well at that point, and I didn't really know Rob, and then got to know Rob really damn quick. But no, they're both great, and we love to talk shit amongst each other all the time. But these two guys they're great. They're great co-hosts.
Getting to know Rob is funny because like I was predisposed to it because I had dealt with him for quite some time, so I was aware of the Rob of Rob, Yeah. And even with Kat, when Kat joined on, like Rob, that was like right before, like or right after. Rather, Rob hopped on and was like a host of the show, and she hopped on an episode and things went well, and we're like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, I gave the same talk to her that I gave to Cass, and I was like, look, Rob is Rob. He is.
I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting you off right here. You never gave me any warning or no talk about Rob. You just threw me to the wall and said, I hope you stick.
Well, all right. Yeah, I might have been a little late with Cass because Cass would be like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, look, it's Rob. You'll understand as you get to know him. He is very Rob. And it's true, though. Like, once you get to know him, it's like he's a gimmick. And he's not, and it's not even a gimmick though, is the thing. Like, it's really him. He's just like, seems like an old 80s wrestling persona of a grumpy old man. But it's him though. but he's fine. He doesn't mean any harm, but it doesn't seem like that sometimes.
Put it this way: my first impression of Rob, or like really I think it was the very first episode I recorded with you guys a year ago, was the episode where Rob's going on about eating Twinkies. So I'm not going to go into the details on that one, but that was my very first experience dealing with Rob, and I go, oh, okay, this is the type of person you are. I got this. This will be fun.
I don't give a fuck.
That's where that button came from, the Twinkie conversation.
That's awesome. Yeah. I've always wondered that. Okay.
Yep.
Good old Twinkies. There is 100% a Rob disclaimer. He doesn't know about it. But yeah, there's and I have one too, but I like to ease people in. Like, I'm nice to them before I'm me, I guess. Like, but it's in a good way. Like, I'm pretty straightforward, and I like when people are straightforward, for better and worse. Like, if you don't like me, if you don't like this, if you don't like that, if you think I'm an asshole, just let me know, dude. That's fine. Like, I'm good. Like, I like when people are straightforward, and I'm very straightforward, and like it's harmless. It's just Rob just throws people, like he isn't nice to you to warm up. Like, there's none of that. He's just Rob.
Yeah, he is just himself, and that's why we love him.
Like I said at the beginning, I completely get it, because I first became aware of Rob through, again, Brendan and Sam and Our Life in Horror, and I would see him in the chat, and I would just be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what kind of shit is this person saying? Do they know what they're actually saying right now? Do they know people are reading these comments? And then the more I paid attention, the more he just started cracking me up. And so, then now I think Rob's great, but in the beginning I was like, I don't know about this Rob guy. So,
I still don't know about this Rob guy.
And look, in all fairness, you can edit this out, Sean, but in all fairness, just for the continuity of the conversation, I feel like it needs to be said, but this needs to be edited out. Honestly, Rob, I don't know quite what it is, but there's just some, and part of it is like, talk about a sumbitch that knows his shit. Say what you want about him. Like, he is a giant pain in the ass.
It got my mouth.
Every part of it, every bit of it. But the dude knows his shit, dude. Like, I mean, like, impressively. And
go check his letterbox.
yeah, for real. And just something about his, just the aura that he brings, the attitude that he has towards entertaining. And entertainment, rather, it's me, and it aligns perfectly with me. And dude, my cousin and I that I did the show with, me and him, like, we were like brothers. Like, wherever he was, I was. Everybody knew it. It was like a thing growing up that me and him were just like inseparable, and we were pretty much the same person. Me and Rob have a better connection, like through podcasting, whatever platform you want to call it, than my cousin and I did, which is wild to think, because me and him grew up together. We had like the same opinion on damn near everything, but like the show really hit a higher point, I feel like, when Rob came on. It really became an actual platform that had the ability to be taken seriously, and I give him that all day long.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm not
edit that out, Sean.
No, everybody gets to hear that. Sorry.
No, that needs to go. That's in my contract.
It's weird being nice and talking about these guys like in the same sentence. It's just, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't sound right.
It's not. No.
Fuck you, Canada.
Real quick, I'll say hi to Blair. Thank you, Blair, for joining. And since you said that, Mikey, I will say you are probably one of my favorite people on the planet to give shit to. And I really haven't even known who you are that long, but it just works. You're just that kind of person that you're just so fun to harass. But I do absolutely love Slasher Radio. I think all three of you are amazing. Sometimes I listen to the episodes even 2 or 3 times just because there are parts in there that crack me up or takes I really appreciate. So even you, Mikey, I think you're great as well.
I appreciate that. And that's kind of the thing, right? Like, because I give shit, I'm not going to act like I don't. And that's the thing, though. You have to be able to take it, and if you want the ability to joke with people at that level, you need to be able to take it too, and then that's always been my thing with it. And I seen that Biz said something that me and our friend Marcus used to fuck with them. But that's the thing. Like, I've always been that kind of guy, you know, like we fuck with each other. Like we mess with each other like that. That's there it is. That's the thing. And there's been people who have come and gone, like listeners of the show who don't get, like, I've had people message me and say, I don't think Rob likes me very much. Or somebody said that to
Was
somebody.
it Godzilla?
No, it wasn't Godzilla. Although Godzilla's had that feelings too. But, and then that's the thing. Like, if you don't get it, you don't get it. Like, that's it. Like, this is who we are. This is how we joke around. It's all fun and games. It's all in good fun. And you need to, I feel like that attitude is healthy. You know, if you take yourself too seriously, I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun.
Agree. Yeah, and it's hard to, going back to some of the other things you were talking about when you were getting the show together, because again, I'm still pretty new at this. I've been doing this almost 2 years, still a small channel, still, you know, trying to figure it out as I go. But it's hard to find people to work with the right chemistry sometimes. Yeah. Shows that I have been a guest on, I won't name names, but that I won't go back on again because it's just not there. Like, there's just no connection. There's no anything. People that I've had on my channel, and then I feel like I'm having to pull words out of them because they just don't really talk much. You know, that's difficult. So to find people that you can vibe with and connect with and have that chemistry, it's hard to do, but when you find it, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 100% true. And it's like that with anything, man. That's my biggest fear with like every interview we do is you just don't know how people are, you know, and if it's I've had dry ass interviews. I was like, okay, all right, here we go. But it's like that with any form of communication, you know. Yeah, there's definitely that barrier where if it doesn't gel, that's just the way it's going to be. You know, it's kinda, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Here's another question from Ryan for y'all to answer. I think you kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but that was more along the line of like a franchise. So who are your favorite slashers? I'm assuming Ghostface.
He's one of them.
Yeah. Stu and Billy, to be exact.
Oh, yeah.
And Myers. Nick Castle Myers.
Ghostface is not my number one slasher, and neither is Freddy. The movies are, that's a great way to kind of preface that, Sean, is, you know, the movies are different than the character. Yeah. And my number one's Jason, dude. Jason's a bad son of a bitch. I love me some Jason.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I like Jason as well. For the longest time, I thought Scream was my favorite franchise, and I still really do like it. But Friday the 13th and Halloween, that's the two that I just feel like I rewatch the most and go back to the most. So, Jason and Michael, that's top of the line as far as I'm concerned. Brendan's got a question, especially for you, Mikey.
Oh, wonderful.
Let me go find it real quick. I clicked on the wrong part.
Oh, gosh.
There we go.
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
None of them. Not a one.
Mikey's a big fan of the TCU.
I've noticed that. Yeah, that's why. That's why I voted for it, and nominated it. Yeah, trying to help Mikey out.
Yeah.
This week it's going to be the second one by default. I know that, but no,
TC2, right?
Yeah, TC2.
That's what
I just had
to be called.
Yeah.
I was in somebody's live today, and they were talking about the Insidious trailer and everything, and the conversation moved on to The Conjuring. And they said, I can't remember, I think they said that The Conjuring, the original film, was the best horror movie to come out in like the last 20 years, 2 decades. They said, or I can't remember, they said 20 or 25. I was like, what the hell is going on here, man? I'll never understand.
I know The Conjuring and Insidious are in the top 5 for scariest horror movies that have come out in the last 20 years.
Bullshit.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Conjuring movie, Cass, or not really?
I like the first. I really like the first. I like Bathsheba. She's a pretty badass. It's a male actor with female prosthetics, and I really liked how they did the makeup on her. She looks fucking terrifying. I think that's the main reason why I like that movie so much, is just because she's a badass, creepy witch ghost thing.
Yeah. I think I agree with you. I think the first one was probably my favorite as well. The Conjuring and Insidious, I mean, I don't hate those franchises as much as some people. I don't really love them either. They're just very mid to me. They're not enjoyable enough to just go back and rewatch all the time. They're
Yeah, I
fine.
agree.
I mean, it's okay. I'll watch them, but I'm not going to go back and rewatch those a lot. Let me go back to what Rob said to me a while ago. Where is that?
Yeah. It's funny because we were talking about it the other day, especially Insidious, and I go to Halloween Horror Nights every single year, and a couple of years ago, I think it was last year, 2 years ago, I can't remember now. They're all one big blur, but they had an Insidious house at Halloween Horror Nights, and that house is one of the most terrifying houses I've actually been in at Halloween Horror Nights. And I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise, but they did a very good job with that. So that's the only good thing that I can think of when it comes to the Insidious movies is just the house at Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear that, Sean? Insidious had a great hoose.
Yeah,
A great hoose.
Yeah.
Rob, I'm trying, man. There's only one Rob, so I'm not sure what I'll do to find.
You don't want a Rob. You don't want a Rob 2.0. You don't want a Rob 1.0. You don't want Rob Humphrey. No one wants Rob except for the mothers.
Yeah, this seems to be true.
You don't want him around your mom. That's for sure. Yeah.
Honestly.
Rob said he thought Mikey's biggest fear in an interview was what he would say. That's funny. And
Dude, that's real though. Yeah, that's true too. Dude, he'll say some shit and like he'll taunt me about it too. Oh, maybe I'll ask him this. I'm like, Rob, no. And he does it sometimes. I'm like, God damn it. Yeah, it's true.
I get that. I don't know if either one of you are familiar with that horror couple.
Through Brendan and Sam, yeah.
Yeah, Rob and Kaylee. And so they've been on my show a few times, and I was getting ready a while back to interview Lauren Marie Taylor. And Rob from that horror couple was doing the same thing to me that Rob does to you. He was like wanting to come on, and he's like, we can ask her this, we can ask her that. And I'm like, yeah, you're not fucking coming on. It's not going to happen because we're not asking her any of that shit. So, yeah, I get it.
The problem is Rob's there and he does it.
Yeah.
Is the thing. Yeah. She was in, by the way, the what the Never Hike Alone movies, right?
I don't remember that. I know she was in obviously Friday the 13th too. She's in A Violent Nature. There was something else, but I don't remember if it was one of those or not. But super sweet lady to talk to, super nice.
Nice.
My brother Kevin popped in. Hey Kev, he pops in every once in a while. I've been trying to get him to come on too, but he hadn't done it yet. Brendan, I guess Jason is his favorite. Kind of surprises me a little bit. I don't know why. What is your favorite for both of you? What is your favorite subgenre? Is it slashers or is it something else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had to go a second, it might be paranormal, but I really like found footage. But the problem is there's a lot of shitty found footage movies, but some of the ones that I like, I really, really like. So that might be my second, but yeah, slashers scratch that itch for me.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Here's another question. This one's from my brother. Any slasher movies in which the sequel or one of the sequels are better than the original?
Well, we talked about Friday the 13th. Yeah. I mean, that one's easy, though, because a lot of people say 3, 4, 6.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street's debatable. We talked about that with Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Dream Warriors is so good.
Oh, you know what? Brendan, I hope you're still here, buddy. I think Evil Dead, the original, is not the best. And the movie that I think is the best in the Evil Dead franchise is Evil Dead Rise.
Oh,
that is a good one.
Yeah, I said it.
I think Brendan's favorite's Army of Darkness.
I do love the original Halloween a lot, but I do have to say that the 2018 Halloween was very, very well done. Like, I was really impressed with that. Wouldn't say it's better than the original, but it did set a really high bar. And that's all we need to talk about when it comes to those movies.
Yeah, I get that as well. I think Halloween, the original, is still my favorite, but that was, I don't know, this is one of those things that Rob says that I don't think he realizes he actually said it, because I cannot agree with that statement. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but
He's wrong. He's been saying that lately. I do think Scream 5 is the second best in the franchise, but nothing comes close, especially within that franchise, to the original.
I feel the same way about Scream as I was saying about Halloween. You know, those it's close, but not better. Nothing can beat the original.
Nowhere near. Child's Play 2 as well.
Yeah, and I remember when y'all were doing the tournament, Rob was coming hard on Child's Play 2. I think that's a good movie. I like Child's Play 2. I don't know why Rob hates it so much.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bride of Chucky is the strongest in the Child's Play franchise, but I'd put Child's Play 2 in that second spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To answer your question, Ryan, yes. So Brendan and I are going to go through the Evil Dead franchise pretty soon here because that's. I've always just thought they were fine, but I'm going to go back and do a rewatch because I haven't seen the first one, the second one, Army of Darkness. I haven't seen those in forever. And knowing that's one of Brendan's favorites, we're going to go through that as well. So, yeah, it's coming. We will get there.
That's going to be good.
Rob's telling Cass to be careful. He's still here.
Oh, that's fine.
Was that Torres back there yelling at a wallaby?
No.
That was so funny the other day. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys having me on. That was a lot of fun. What else is Rob saying? This nonsense. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to backtrack here for just a second because I was asking y'all earlier what you drink, and I wanted both of you to give me an opinion on something because I don't know if this is just something that is an Oklahoma thing or if y'all know about this. So, excuse me. I am drinking Pepsi with pickle juice in it.
Oh.
Is this a thing other places or is this just a Southern Oklahoma thing?
No, I've heard of that and I totally fuck with that. I've never actually tried it. But I love me some pickles and I love dill. So I'm a big Caesar drinker. For the Canadians, they know what that is, but it's like a better version of your Bloody Mary. And I put a shit ton of pickles and olives in mine. I have pickle vodka in my kitchen. I'd fuck with that.
Okay. Mikey, you ever tried it before?
No, I'm good. No. Pickle juice kind of grosses me out.
No, man.
You gross me out.
That's awesome. Rob says, no, that's an Oklahoma thing and dump it out. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, my dad did that a long time ago and I started to do it and I actually really enjoy it. I saw a question somewhere. Chucky series. Did you guys like the Chucky series? The TV show?
I watched the first season and then it was one of those shows that it started off strong and then it kind of lost it for me and I just never ended up going back to finish it.
Okay.
I was so excited about that. I might have not shut the fuck up about that like for a long time.
Sounds about right.
And I liked the first season. Like I stand by that for about 98% of that first season. But boy, I just don't like the whole cult thing. You know, like it just doesn't do it. And yeah, it went downhill.
Okay. I like the first. I got through the first two, and then I tapped out of the third one. I was a little tired of it at that point, but I liked the first two seasons. Mikey, favorite girl from Friday the 13th? Favorite final girl?
Ooh. That's a tough one. Are we counting Freddy versus Jason?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Because I really like what's her name? Kelly Rowland. I don't know. I know she's not a final girl. She didn't live, but I liked her a lot. I don't know why. But honestly, I'd probably have to go Ginny from part 2. I like her a lot. It's not my favorite in the franchise, but I feel like she was a pretty strong final girl.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Cass, do you have a favorite final girl in the Friday the 13th franchise?
Not a final girl, but I'm going to go with Pamela. I think that's a given.
Okay. That's
my choice.
That's a good answer. Yeah, mine wasn't a final girl either. I think her name was Nikki in part 6, but we're not even going to get into that. So we'll just leave that alone. I think that was her name.
I love part 6, man, but it's hard to follow. Like that movie's a Jason movie. you know, and Tommy, I guess too. But you know, the final girl, it's not so strong.
Yeah, yeah, which I think is who Biz is talking about, right? Isn't Megan the final girl in 6?
Yeah,
I believe that's right. Yeah, Brendan from the remake, because we all know Mikey loves that remake.
Hey man,
Oh God.
I call that the show pony scene. Yeah, that's the only good thing out of that movie. That was it.
God, you're embarrassing.
Cass, that's a good scene. I don't want to hear it.
Sure, it's a good scene for you. That's fine.
Yeah, Cass is just trying to keep it together at this point, I think.
The female perspective is not the same as the male on that situation.
No.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Talk about X though. We can talk about that movie.
Okay, Cuddy, yeah.
Okay, Cuddy.
Woo!
All right. Yeah, I don't see any more questions. I don't think I have any other questions for either of you at the moment, but I really do appreciate you coming on. I would like to find at some point a movie. I won't make you do The Conjuring, Mikey. You're having to deal with that on your own stuff. So I won't do that. Yeah. It was fun to harass you about it, but you know, it's hard to find something. I've had a couple of things cross my mind, but you know, it's either something that you like that Rob doesn't. I'm still trying to get an overall feeling of what Cass's taste is. I think I have a decent idea, but like I even mentioned to Rob, I was like, we could do the Leprechaun franchise, and Rob was not a fan of that idea at all. I knew
Rob's
Mikey
never a fan of anything, so just leave it up to me. Ask me, and I'll help you pick the franchise.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Sean. Don't do
I
that.
think that'd be a great idea.
This is why I don't want Mikey doing this kind of thing. It reflects poorly on me.
I'm glad you say Mikey and not the two of us. So
What did I
appreciate
do?
that, Rob.
What? I don't even know what that's about. What did I do?
What didn't you do?
I don't know. I didn't do much today. I was actually pretty well behaved today. I didn't do anything.
You actually were. Yeah, you were bad. I like the first Wrong Turn movie. The rest of them are kind of hit and miss. Don't know what you guys' thoughts are there.
There was one where they did like a game show kind of thing, and that one I like. I don't know why. It's not a good movie, but then again, how many of them are? You know, I think it's the third one, maybe.
I think I know what you're talking about now, and yeah, I don't remember which one it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it.
What do you think about the remake?
So I'll be honest, man, and I know I'm in the minority here. I was not a fan. I enjoyed it about halfway through, and then I just didn't like where it was going. I don't know. It kind of started boring me, to be honest. So I checked out. I thought the very end, the final scene was not bad, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I can see that. I'm gonna message Damien Maffei and let him know. I'm gonna give him your link and tell him you're talking bad about his movies.
And then I'll message Damien and say that you're not, and Mikey's just an asshole.
Yeah, he set me up.
Franchise.
He set me up. Yeah, that's not the clip you normally play of his.
Oh yeah,
Cheeks clapping.
Yeah, that's the one that cracks me up.
What would
make you do that?
What would make him say that?
I don't know. I kind of want to know where you got that from.
It's from he did an interview somewhere else that I was watching, and he was talking about cameos that people would ask him to do, and he went on some weird story about how someone wanted him to do like Johnny, the character he voiced in the Texas Chainsaw game, like having like as a seahorse and having seahorse babies or something.
Okay.
I don't know. But
It's
yeah,
wild.
his cameos were a little wild.
Got it. Good gabagool to you too, Rob. Rob is leaving it. So I was just replying to him, Mikey. Stay calm.
Bye, Robert. Good luck with your recording. Don't screw it up like you always do.
Fuck you, Rob.
Let it squirt in my mouth. I don't give a fuck.
Damn. So harsh. I do love the way the gabagool thing is picked up.
I do too.
I like the fact that everybody is saying it to you now. I really appreciate that.
The thing is, this is nothing. We used to have a segment on the show called the Gabagooli Mystery Corner.
That's awesome.
I shit you not.
Why is it gone? Why can't you bring it back?
I think we should bring it back.
No, we shouldn't bring it back. It ran its course and it's over. It was like people would send Italian memes to Kat, and she had like it was supposed to be like it happened a couple times and it was done. It went on for years. But yeah, I'm glad it's over.
No, I think you should. I think you put it on the list, Mikey. Bring it back.
I don't do the list.
Yes, you do, bitch.
No, I don't. I don't have access to the list.
Don't sound like Rob. You know how to use a computer, Mikey.
All right. Thank you both again so much for coming on. I really do appreciate it. I've been wanting to have you on, and just I wanted to know the history of slasher radio, where it come from, and yeah, I really do appreciate y'all taking time. I know you're both very busy and have a lot going on, so thank you for taking some time and coming on my channel. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully I can get you back. I'll message Cass and let her give me a franchise recommendation. And
I got you. I got you, Sean.
I appreciate that.
We're gonna be watching some white ass shit. I can tell you that one.
You're such a dick.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for commenting, for watching, for paying attention. Do you guys want to talk about anything that might be coming up on Slasher Radio for people to be watching out for before we get off here?
We can't talk about it yet.
Okay.
But I mean, we have a really cool collab that we're going to be doing, and possibly a really big guest, but we can't talk about it yet. So just gotta watch and see.
Fair enough. Let me think real quick. I have episodes coming next week on 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, Terrifier 3 with Mike from Mike and Serial, and then going to go back and do The Strangers. So that's what's coming on my channel next week. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Follow me on social media. I'm pretty much on everything out there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Mikey, Cass, thank you both so much again.
Thank you.
See you all soon.